Divine greetings and gratitude, tribe. Welcome to the Saiyonan Archives. If you're new here, my name is Nuna. I am the poet, the writer, the seer, the witch, the keeper of the archives. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. And if you're returning, hey family, welcome back to our sacred space. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. We're going to be working with 3 decks today. And I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for us, of course. Well, for you, really. And I know you're like, wow, like she's jumping right into it. Absolutely. Because there are some things that I'm getting done behind the scenes, of course. And I want to go ahead and get that done. But I also wanted to check in with you to see how everything was going, because the word that I'm hearing is like startup. It's almost kind of like someone is like starting something up, or someone is, you know, maybe going into like a new adventure or trying to figure out how to get things solidified. And what I'm hearing is that they're finding purpose. So I feel like whether this has to do with spirituality, relationships, financial, personal, things like that, I feel like whatever comes up, I do want to give you those messages. Before we get into the reading, I want to say thank you so much for coming here into the archives, because this is a space where everything will live, and this is where I will give all of the messages that I need to give to you, to our soul tribe. Thank you for those of you that are just that decided to join the Saiyonan Circle to become one of our lovely Saionians. I love the fact that you're here. Thank you so much for trusting me enough to do the reading for you. I'm super excited, of course. Also, I wanted to let you know that this is not my first rodeo. If you want to know where the journey began, head over to Magic of Eden. I'll actually make sure to have that linked in the description box. With that channel, I'm no longer over there. At least I'm not over there for right now, because I want to pour everything into this space, because this is where I feel guided to. I'll make sure to link everything down that you would need to find me in the description box, as well as in the comment section. And yes, so thank you so much for tuning into this message. I don't want to keep you any longer than what you need. Thank you for listening to that intro, and let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Thank you so much, Divine, for allowing me to be the vessel that relays any messages to our soul tribe. Thank you so much for giving us the tools, the resources, the protection, the love, and everything that we need to move forward in our lives. May everything that is not for us be gone. May everything and everyone that is not for us that has served our time go peacefully. May we be at peace with whatever endings may be happening. May we be at peace with whatever it is that we are moving away from. May we move away from scarcity. May we always receive what is abundantly pleasant for us. And may we also move through the lessons, and may we also learn from whatever lessons we are meant to learn from. And may we choose happiness, joy, fulfillment, and love over suffering. Thank you so much, Spirit, for protecting this space. Thank you so much to my spiritual team for giving me whatever messages that we all need to hear. May everything be done with divine love and benevolent intentions. It is so. Okay, so immediately the first feeling that I get with the first card to come out here actually is the Death card. Death card is absolutely always about those deeply transformative situations. I don't know why I'm hearing like situationship, but I'm also hearing that this is something where something needs to move on to the next stage of life. I'm hearing something about like an entrance and a doorway. This is the Death card. Oh, also, by the way, we're working with the mermaid. I think it's called Tarot of Mermaids. I'm going to have everything linked down in the description box. At least the decks that I'm using, I'm going to link those down below. So this is the Death card here. So we have the Death card here. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 5 of Wands in reverse. We have this 9 of Cups in reverse, as well as the 8 of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the 6 of Swords, the Page of Cups. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and pull a few more cards here. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wowzers. Okay, so you also have here the Four of Swords as well as the Three of Cups. For whatever reason, I'm deeply seeing that the word is restoration. It really is restoration. And I'm not making this up because of, the candle that we have in front of us. Like, I promise you, that's not what this is. But this really does feel like someone needs some type of restoration. And I also feel that someone almost kind of feels a bit, I want to say, overwhelmed, and I just kind of see someone like dragging things along with them. Like, I'm seeing someone kind of haul this really big bag with them. They're trying to carry it and they're dragging it against the concrete. And this linen bag that they've got, that they're dragging, it's like they have to put their whole back and their legs and everything into it. And Spirit is asking you, like, why do you feel the need to carry all of these heavy things with you? You don't think that you're making it a little bit harder for yourself constantly carrying these things with you? Like, you don't want to just let them go? And there's something about the attachment that somebody has to this big bag of bones or this big bag of items or whatever it is. And it's this attachment that's making the transition a lot harder than what it has to be. And I genuinely feel it's because someone is just like, I just want to be happy. And I feel that if I don't have this, if I don't have that, if it doesn't look this way, then I'm afraid that I won't have happiness. And I don't want to suffer. And that's genuinely what it feels like. I'm also picking up on someone having some type of like self-esteem issue, or like who they are or who they believe they are has been kind of dependent on their surroundings or their environment. Like, their environment has taught them who they were at a very early age, or this almost kind of sounds like someone who's learning that where there is love, there is abundance. And I feel like I'm hearing the word poverty. I feel like what's dying off and what's being transformed is this poverty mindset, and knowing that when you transition and when you decide to move away and keep an open heart, even with you going and moving into this new space, whether it be financial, whether it be spiritual, whether it be like romantically speaking, your friendships, I do feel like when you keep your heart open, that's where the healing will come in, right? I also feel here that with the Four of Swords and with the Three of Cups here, I see you taking a break or taking a step back when it comes to certain groups, friendships, circles, and things like that, because I feel like there's something that's happened to you in these friendships or in these groups, or it could have been like you being a part of a community of people where you were learning to find yourself and you were looking for yourself in the caves or in the waters of someone else. And now you're pulling back saying, this isn't even who I am. Like, who am I outside of these identities? Like, who am I outside of these opinions? And I feel like now you're learning how to love yourself outside of the opinions, the ideologies, and the perceptions, and whatever else, the expectations of whatever this group is. The word that I'm hearing right now is peer pressure. Someone may have felt like they were under pressure to perform or under pressure to do things a certain way. And as a result of that, it kind of made them feel like they themselves felt empty. And I really am getting a sense that someone really does feel drained. Like, they feel like all the love that they had has been sucked out. It's been sucked out. They don't feel like themselves right now. And I also kind of feel like they're trying to figure out, well, what is it that I want? And they're not really sure what they want. But the reason why is because there's been always this constant you trying to figure it out. Like, how do I keep up with the demands of this? How do I keep up with the demands of that? Like, it's not even just relationships. It's not even just community. It's everything. It's family. It's, me and my own things that I've got going on. It's so many other things that are happening around you. And I feel like all of these things are just breaking down and breaking apart. I don't say that in a way where I'm proud of it, but I do. That's so interesting because I do see here that at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Hangman here. It's one of those things, and you also have the Justice card. I feel like with everything that's happening right now, it's one thing to say to hold tight, but I also kind of feel like you're just taking your hands completely off of it. It's almost, I don't know why I'm getting a vision of like someone almost, okay, I really hope that this is not you, of like someone getting into like an accident and then they take their hand, and for whatever reason they take their hands off the wheel, and then for whatever reason it's almost kind of like something or this force or this energy steers the wheel and it saves them. And instead of them being harmed or anything like that, it almost kind of dodges them or moves them out of the way, and it feels almost miraculous because you're like, wait, I know for a fact that I did not touch that wheel. I know for a fact that I did not do that. How did this happen? And that's literally the vibe that I'm getting with this. It's like, I don't know how this happened, but I'm grateful. This, my spiritual team is so real. These energies that are around me protecting me are so real, because how is it that I know for a fact that I took my hand off of that wheel and all of a sudden something just turned it, and then and I end up being unharmed. The other person ends up unharmed because something, this force or whatever this is, kind of intervenes, and it's like, wait, what? I don't understand how this intervention happened. That's exactly what I'm seeing with the Hangman, with the Justice card, as well as with the Death card. It's one of those things where it's like this thing, even though the Tower card is not here, it is giving me Tower card vibes. But even with the Tower card, it's like the worst is it's already been broken down. That's probably the reason why we don't see the Tower card here, because tarot is not just about what's in front of you. Tarot is also about what is not here. What isn't here is the fact, is a tarot card. What isn't here is a Tower card. It's interesting because you also do have here the Strength card, as well as the Sun card, as well as the Chariot. And these are all indications that everything, after you decide to move from this space, after you decide to allow, your spiritual team to take the wheel, this could be literally your spiritual team taking the wheel, or metaphorically, right? When you decide to let them take the wheel, that's when you'll see that you'll be steered in a certain direction. I'm seeing you decide that instead of you taking control or being the dominant one, you're deciding that you're just simply pulling back, and you're just like, look, I don't know what else to do. I don't know where else to go. I'm tired of feeling like every time I steer the wheel that I end up in a space of poverty. I do feel like the divine is telling you, I'll steer the wheel so far, but you have to go the rest of the way. I'm only going to steer it, but you have to continue traveling in the vessel. You have to continue with the experience, because I'm only here to be a guide, but I'm not going to be the one who is in complete total control. For some of you, you may feel otherwise. You're like, no, my spiritual team, God is in complete control of everything that I do. Okay, I'm not here to argue you down with that. Your beliefs are your beliefs. I'm not here to take that away from you. I'm just simply being the messenger, letting you know that the vibe that I'm picking up on is that, yes, spirit will take the wheel. Your guides will take the wheel for your protection, but it's up to you to keep it going. And they are going to support that. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, they're going to support it. But first, we must understand that we have to realize where we ourselves keep ourselves limited. Why are we afraid to go? Are we afraid of receiving? Have we been so indoctrinated or so colonized, right? This feels like someone is breaking away from a colonized mindset. It feels like they're breaking away from poverty. It feels like they're learning how to do things in a different way that's going to bring not only more balance in their life, but to bring back something that is rightfully theirs. Something is being returned to you as long as you allow yourself to be steered in that direction. It's so funny because I'm hearing the word reparation. That's genuinely the word that I'm hearing is reparation. And it really does feel like some form of reparations. I do feel like if there is something owed to you, you can open your heart to receive that, because that's something that spirit is saying absolutely yes to. I also want to say too that whatever this storm is, whatever this whirlwind, whatever this whirlpool is, please don't expect for this to last very long. In fact, what I'm seeing is that this is a very healing, a very nurturing, a very replenishing aspect very replenishing aspect in your life that you're in right now, honestly. And I feel like what I'm hearing is that you're unlearning poverty when it comes to certain things. It just feels so scarce out here. I want you to take a moment, right? This is my ninth house energy coming through. I want you to, for a moment, think about where your surroundings are. You could be in your living room. You could be in your bathroom. You could be in your room or in your office space. You could be at the park, but no matter where you are, right? I want you to take a moment to look at your surroundings. And you say, okay, I'm in this living room. For example, myself, I'm in this living room. But what happens when I step outside of the living room? I go outside. Oh, okay, great. There's my neighborhood. Well, what happens when I decide that I'm going to go beyond my neighborhood? Oh, okay, there's this whole city. Oh, okay. Well, what happens when I go and I stretch beyond city limits? Oh, okay. There's a state here, or I like to call them countries, but there's another state here. Oh, okay. Well, what happens if I were to get in an airplane and then I were to go to this different country? Oh man, wow, a new surrounding. Okay. Now what happens when I'm high up in this airplane? Wow, I can see Earth. Like I can see, I can see the clouds. I can see, what's going on down there. Right. Now zoom out a little bit more. Now you get the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that sometimes we get so deep into the mundane and we get so deep into our surroundings that we forget that there is so much of world out there to explore. It reminds me of Lightning McQueen when he said why it was something about him being in the building. He's like, why would I want to be there like when I have the whole earth? It's like you have the whole earth as your oyster. You have the whole earth to do this exercise. Why would you want to limit yourself to just this confined room? And I feel like someone is needing right now to get out of this confined space, because when you do that, when you explore, when you see, right, the sun card is here, when you allow yourself to stretch, I'm seeing strength as stretching. When you allow yourself to stretch, you'll see just how much is out there that you have not explored yet. What I'm hearing some type of like cosmic exploration or like cosmic navigation. It's almost like when you allow yourself to just zoom out, you see just how much stardust, right? And it's so interesting because it kind of brings me to the idea of science, like where they say that stars, by the time you see them, they're actually dead already. And it's like, well, damn, like how is that possible? Like all this light, what? Think about how vast this universe is for that to even be possible. And so Spirit is reminding you of the vastness of the sea, the ocean. Spirit is reminding you of the vastness of space, the vastness of the universe. And so take that into consideration the next time you want to limit yourself. Now, there's so much magic in the mundane. For example, candles, love it. That's a form of magic. That's how I decide to work my magic. That's one way that I do it, right? And that to me isn't even mundane. It's a magical aspect. The mundane can be sweeping a floor. You know how much magic there is in sweeping a floor? You know how much magic you can make with using a broom? You can create a dance party, like not even kidding. You can literally take like your feet and stomp on the floor. You can, take the broomstick and you can kind of like not beat it or like kind of tap it against the counter. Like there's so much music to be made using the things around you. That's how beautiful the mundane can be. You can bring magic into this space. And so Spirit is saying, instead of you being or deciding and choosing suffering in this one moment or in this one space, make music out of it. Make love out of it, make joy out of it, be in joy. And that's the sun card coming through. It's like, be in joy, because when you do that, the universe will say, okay, this is what you're aligning with. Great. Let me go ahead and amplify that. I'm going to amplify because you are the master in command. You are the magician. Let me go ahead and amplify that. And then your spiritual team says, okay, let me go ahead and kind of intervene a little bit, because listen, I know that you're feeling in this moment. Allow me to sit through this with you. I do also see new friend groups. Spirit is asking for you to open yourself up. I'm hearing the word timid. Some of you may come across as like a little bit timid, but the reason is because of the rigor. It was the rigor of life that has, kind of formed you into this way. It's like some of you have become calloused. What I'm hearing is that if you open yourself up, right, and especially because you do have here the page of cups here, when you decide to open yourself up and move past whatever limitation it may be, this Eight of Swords here is coming up as some type of like self-defeat. It's not even just self-sabotage. It really does genuinely feel like someone is like, I can't go out of this confines, because if I do go outside of these confines, I'm going to end up unhappy. Like, I don't know if I trust myself. And Spirit is like, okay, let us take the wheel for you for just a second. Let us steer you in that direction. Let us steer you in that direction. You also have gratitude and relaxation. Someone does need to get sleep, right? You have relaxation, and you also do have here the Four of Swords. This is one of those things where Spirit is saying, you've been through a lot. I want you to kind of pull back a little bit. Wow. Okay. You also have here the future. And the reason why is because this is good for the things that you have coming in. Yes, you are getting into new ventures, and that's fine. With the Death card coming up here, something dramatic has to change. And it will not change unless you make the decision to change and you say, I am empowered to make these changes. The change that is needed right now is rest. And the reason why Spirit is saying is that rest is the change that's needed is because when you do that, you allow moisture, healing, nourishment, abundance, ease, and gentleness in your life. That's the whole point of it. If you guys hear anything in the background, it's because the door is being opened and closed, and I'm waiting for them to close the door so that they can go have a seat. Thank you very much. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and continue. Yeah, if you guys heard that in the background, just ignore it. So basically, I do feel like here is like, yes, you can gain momentum and you can go, but Spirit is saying, I really want you to rest and relax. I want you to allow yourself to open up so that we can give you the ointment. I'm hearing something about like an ointment. That's so interesting that I'm hearing ointment, and your cards are just jumping out. Healing, stop it, stop. Exactly. You cannot make it up. And it's so funny because healing is here, right? I don't know if you guys can you see that? Healing. Just trust me. It says healing, which is so funny because I did not plan on doing this. I did not plan on doing this. I do have a divine nourishment candle sitting right here on my coffee table. And the key words for this are abundance, ease, gentleness, healing, moisture, nourishment, replenishment. Like, that's genuinely what it is. And so it's so funny that this is coming through that way. And your cards are just popping out, honey. Like, you cannot make it up. Like, you cannot make it up. Friendship and miracles. We said something about a miracle earlier. Stop. And we also have friendship. Oh my goodness, yes. Juice, moisture, nourishment, all of it. That's what's happening in your life right now. If I were you, I'm going to be real with you. I don't like feeling like I'm advertising anything, but I'm going to be real. I would 100% work with this divine nourishment candle. It is right here. I would work with this candle, and the reason is because of course, again, abundance, ease, gentleness, healing, moisture, nourishment, and replenishment. And that's exactly what's needed right now, as well as the oil. Now, the reason why I created this is because it did come through in another reading, and it's coming through again. Someone is being called to add juice, to add more life, and to moisturize those dry aspects of their lives, but also spiritual replenishment, spiritual moisture, spiritual ease, spiritual abundance, spiritual healing, and things like that. And that's exactly the reason why I created this, because of moments like this where things have become so rigid and dry and hard and calloused, and you've been exercising so much and using so much of your energy, and you just need that replenishment. It's like, I just need to feel juicy. Like, it's like when you moisturize a dry scalp, or when you finally get that I don't know why I'm saying someone get dead skin off their feet, and then you moisturize it and it's like, oh my God, this feels so great. Or like when you exfoliate your skin and you're just like, yes, like, give me all the moisture. Or when you wet your hair and then you put the, your conditioner, whatever it is, in it, and you just see how juicy your hair looks, and you're just like, yes, honey, it's so luscious and moisturized. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm drinking my water, or I'm drinking my juice, or whatever it is, and you could just see the life coming back into you. Like, that's exactly what this is. It's about bringing life and breathing life back into you. Shamelessly saying that. That's happy family, angel of balance, door to spirit. So what this feels like with these three coming out here is that I'm hearing something about like rejoicing. The fact that you do have here angel of balance and you do have door to spirit, I do feel like this is spirit welcoming you back home. Like, you're coming back home. And I feel like someone is returning to themselves. Like, someone is deciding that they want to return to themselves, and they're actively choosing to allow themselves to be steered back. Get back into your spiritual practice, get back into your spiritual routine, get back into your spiritual ritual. Like, there's something that me and my soon-to-be husband, my fiance, what we do is we get into what we call rising rituals. This is something where you want to start back with that rising ritual, because that's what's going to help you bring yourself back into a balance. And I feel that that's where you start to have like equilibrium. Also, happy family, it doesn't just look like a happy family in the home. This looks like you reuniting with your actual soul tribe, because this is bringing me 3 of Cups. This is chosen family for some of you, and I'm here for it all the way. I'm here for it. This is chosen family. And Spirit, is there anything else that you have for our soul group, our soul tribe? There's a lot you guys have going on right now. Your spiritual team is asking you not to fall into to chaos. Remember that attachment that we talked about earlier? Spirit is asking for you to let that attachment go. And Spirit is also saying that that bag that you were pulling earlier, let it go. Allow it to be what it is. Spirit is asking for you to give it a proper burial. Spirit is saying something about a proper burial or something happening. I'm seeing like a tombstone. I don't know why I'm seeing a tombstone. You have patience. I'm seeing something about like a tombstone. Or like check the tombstone or something like that. Oh, okay. Let's see what this is. Door to value. Exactly. Door to value. What is this? Cornucopia? I want to read that card. I don't know what that is. Let me see. I can't remember what that is. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Happy family. What number is this? 11. Okay. Let's see. Wishes fulfilled. Oh, I love it. Which is so interesting because the 9 of Cups came up in reverse for you. And we talked about like not knowing what you want or also feeling like you're not getting what you want. I don't want to leave that out. Upright. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you, and you may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. The cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia, I think that's how you pronounce it, upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready, for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all of your effort. That's why they're wanting you to rest and relax, because when you do that, think of it as like I'm seeing like a platter of grapes. It's so beautiful, like this platter of grapes and fruit and pineapple and kiwi and strawberries, and it's like, hey, you just relax. Let me go ahead and get this ready for you. Go ahead and relax. Go ahead and get your makeup done. Go ahead and go get your hair cut. Go ahead and whatever. Enjoy yourself, relax, because we've got some things waiting for you. So when you come out and you make your grand entrance, you'll be celebrated. And like, that's the energy I'm seeing. Allow yourself to use this time, these few weeks, these 3 days, these 3 months, these 6 months, or whatever it may be, to replenish, to get yourself together. Because once you do come in and once these curtains do raise for you or they widen for you, the world will see just how radiant you are, and allow yourself to be radiant. Open up your heart, replenish, rest, work with that candle, and you'll see just how much life changes for you. I hope that this reading resonated, and I hope that you got everything you needed. Thank you so much for tuning in and for trusting me to give you your divine messages. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend time with you here today. If you need anything else from me, please feel free to visit me online over at the SaiyonanPath.org. I am also on Substack, Instagram, and other places. Make sure that you guys take a moment to look at the comments down below, because that's where I keep all the important information. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you send it to someone who may need it. Also, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I am on a mission to getting over 1,000 people to subscribe so that we can find our family, so that we can fulfill our, I guess, destinies here on earth. So yes, make sure that you do that. I love you. Take care, and I will catch you in my next video.